In this video, we'll be going a bit deeper to talk about our identity and how that relates to healing of our mental health. My name is Dr. Park. I'm a psychologist for youth, and here at Through the Waters, we nurture youth mental health. When I listen deeply to people, I often hear clues about how they are attaching their identity to stuff and things that cannot satisfy us at a deeper level over time. If we desire deep healing for our mental health, we need to take a hard look at the roots of our identity. To get super honest with ourselves, we can reflect on questions like, where do I really ground my sense of self? Where am I finding a sense of value and worth, if at all? For almost all of us, we will default as humans to rooting our identity in the places that our family and our society have taught us to root our identity. That might be in things like achievements, grades, performance, work, being liked, getting that part in the play, what other people think about us, helping others, and so on. There's a million possibilities here, really. It's totally normal that we default to rooting our identity and the ways we've been taught by our family and our society, because that happens at a powerful, subconscious, unspoken level. If we're willing to go through a process of deeper healing, though, we can start to unearth some of our identity roots, kind of like an archaeological dig, to question where we've been finding identity and how we've maybe been getting our wires crossed. Let me give you some examples. One of the most common confusions I hear around identity is that we anchor our sense of identity in what we do. Examples: I am a student. I am a soccer player. I am a writer. I am an artist. I am a leader. I am a dancer. Those might be things that you do. They might be roles that you have, but they aren't who you are at the deepest level. How do I know that so clearly? Because I believe that identity is tied to our sense of value and worth. It becomes clearer when we look at the extreme bookends of life as a human, like when we were first born at 9 days old, and when we are on our deathbed, hopefully in old age, let's say 99 years old. If we travel through time and look at your life when you were 9 days old, and if we fast forward to when you are 99 years old, we might not find you being a student, playing soccer, writing, painting, leading, or dancing. Maybe we would find you dancing, I don't know. But you would still have just as much inherent worth and value as a person, even if you were just lying down horizontal, breathing, doing nothing. That's how I know that the things we do and the roles we have cannot be our deepest form of identity. When we are entirely without them, we are just as worthy and just as valuable as humans. And that's because we're human beings, not human doings. One of the trickiest aspects of this to grasp is that we might actually be rooting our identity in things that are seemingly good. Every example I gave, like being a student and a soccer player and so on, those are all good things on the surface. The problem comes along when we allow our deepest sense of identity to attach itself to those things. We can get off kilter about who we really are at our core. The image that comes to mind for this is Voldemort, he who shall not be named, but I'm naming him anyway, from Harry Potter. That dude divided up his soul into 7 places, 7 Horcruxes that were spread across the world. It might seem like this is a strategy for invincibility, but it's really a strategy for self-destruction. Let's not be like Voldemort. Let's not divide up our soul into things that spread across this world. When those activities or roles fade away from our life, whether suddenly or gradually over time, we're probably going to go through an identity crisis. So let's not set ourselves up for that. The simplest way of saying what I'm trying to say is we are not what we do. It's so easy to get our wires crossed in this way, and if you couldn't tell already, I've gone through a deep healing process myself of trying to uncross those wires. I am not what I do. That's a truth that I will be circling back around to revisit for the rest of my life, and I hope that you will too. Let me end on a funny note by saying this. Although my identity, value, and worth are not attached to the metrics of this YouTube channel, if you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe. Number one, most important reason is that if you like and subscribe, that means you will not miss out on our future mental health tips and education when we release videos. Number two, secondarily, when you like and subscribe, the YouTube algorithm will share this video more broadly with people who might benefit from it. But again, I'm not going to attach my worth and value to that. Okay. Feel free to leave a comment if you have thoughts you'd like to share about identity.